5 on your side at 10 starts now.
Tonight, more help is on the way for people impacted by the May 16th tornado. Today, St. Louis Mayor Kara Spencer signed 3 bills aimed at supporting tornado victims.
We want to make sure that not a single person in our city freezes in the cold and dies.
The $13.7 million plan comes as the city anticipates higher need for winter assistance due to the tornado. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson. That money is expected by the first week of December. This Sunday will mark 6 months since the tornado ripped through our area. As we track the road to recovery across the city, tonight a former St. Louis trauma surgeon is inspiring hope. 5 on your side's Robert Townsend shows us how Dr. L.J. Punch and his team are using 314 Oasis to help storm survivors.
It's another Friday night, but Dr. L.J. Punch is not at his office at the groundbreaking bullet-related injury clinic in St. Louis. Instead, the 50-year-old former Barnes Jewish Hospital trauma surgeon is at the Centennial Church parking lot in Fountain Park, one of the many areas in North St. Louis devastated by the May 16th tornado.
When the tornado ripped through St. Louis, it looked like a bullet track wound. And so I've responded with all the skills that I had in trauma surgery just for the community itself.
In 2018, Dr. Punch gained national recognition for spearheading the Stop the Bleed program in St. Louis, teaching life-saving techniques to 10,000 people in the region. 2 years later, he opened his clinic, but in August, he resigned as the clinic's medical director to help people impacted by the May 16th tornado.
It was just another kind of trauma, but trauma at scale like I'd never seen it before.
He's now a co-founder and director of 314 Oasis. He says their new model of community resilience blends disaster response with trauma care.
I immediately worried about what would happen from having so many people displaced from home.
314 Oasis offers free hot meals, self-care kits, and more to storm survivors. When your life is suddenly disrupted by a tornado, obviously it will take some time to get back on your feet. Dr. Punch and his team know that, and that's why they will be serving the people for the long haul.
I think it's a wonderful idea.
Volunteer Irene Carter lives near the tornado-ravaged area.
People need help, and I think it's the best idea they could ever come up with.
I just know that I am at the bedside of St. Louis.
Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
Political editor Mark Maxwell sat down with St. Louis Mayor Kara Spencer to talk about the long road ahead for the city's tornado recovery, including how much money is still needed for repairs.
Much of it's going to depend on whether or not we're rebuilding brick structures, how the rebuild is going to move forward. We're standing up and working with community to really develop and drive what that rebuild looks like. And that's going to really determine what the end price tag is going to be for the broader community.
You can watch our full interview in this week's episode of The Record with Mark Maxwell. It's streaming on 5 Plus, downloaded by searching KSDK on your device. Right now, a deadly hit and run in St. Louis is being investigated. Police say a pedestrian was hit by a car at the intersection of Goodfellow and Greer Avenue around 5:45 this evening. They died at the scene. Police have not released any other details. If you have information, you're asked to call police. And tonight, St. Louis police are launching an animal cruelty case. 2 weeks ago, we showed you this video of a person tossing multiple cats from their car and driving off in Tower Grove East. It happened in an alley between Pennsylvania and Minnesota Avenue. Police need your help finding the man and the red SUV involved. Anyone who recognizes him or the car is asked to call St. Louis police. We also know all of the cats, some of which were declawed, were rescued and are being taken care of by a person in the neighborhood. Well, tonight our nation continues to rebound days after the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. Some government services are back to business as usual, but others are facing delays. Today, more federal workers return to the office. Meanwhile, back pay for employees who worked without pay during the shutdown is expected to roll out over the next few days. Cleanup efforts at reopened national parks continued across the country. Starting tomorrow, the FAA will reduce flights by only 3% as airports return to normal operations. SNAP benefits for November will be distributed in full. It comes after several states were only allowed to issue partial payments due to the shutdown. SNAP recipients in our area don't need to take any action to receive the rest of their benefits. Missouri officials say they will continue to issue partial payments while their system updates. Illinois officials say their SNAP recipients will receive full benefits by November 20th at the latest.
5 on Your Side's Thanksgiving Food Drive, sponsored by Thrivent Financial.
This holiday season, KSDK is teaming up with Thrivent and Operation Food Search to provide meals for families, and we could use your help. All you have to do is scan the QR code on the screen, or you'll see it right there, to donate on the website. And today we stopped by Operation Food Search to learn how much of your donations are helping right now.
The need is very great right now. Over the last few weeks, due to the still recovering from the tornado crisis and the government shutdown, we've seen a 50% increase over the last few weeks at our food pantries in the area.
Again, just scan that QR code to donate. Every dollar you give provides $6 in food. Today, Congresswoman Nikki Budzinski, Congressman Chuy Garcia, and immigration groups from across Illinois held an immigration roundtable. They discussed recent immigration enforcement in central and southern portions of the state. Justina Coronel has more on today's discussion and push to improve community advocacy.
It was a wake-up call to a lot of our smaller communities.
Congresswoman Nikki Budzinski is talking about the situation out of Staunton, Illinois.
Bring him home!
This case in her district caught her attention. Earlier this month, protests rallied for Ismael Sandoval, who was detained by ICE after dropping off his kids at school. Right now, he remains detained, waiting for possible deportation.
We are hearing about increased ICE presence throughout this district. We are hearing about it. I heard about it today in Belleville, in Granite City.
For Sandoval's case and others, Budzinski claims it's been difficult to get answers from the Department of Homeland Security.
We just ask for simple transparency on what their process is, and I'm going to continue to advocate for that.
Next to Budzinski was Sarah Reese with the St. Louis Rapid Response Coalition, a hotline to report ICE and receive support.
And so I think the hotline has really, unfortunately, given us an opportunity to see just how widespread it is, and how the fear then manifests and turns into or is exacerbated by a lack of access to basic information.
Fairmont City Mayor was at the roundtable too. He vocalized how uneasy the unknown can be.
We haven't had a heavy presence, but the fear's there as if they're there every day.
Justina Cornell, 5 on Your Side.
A massive sinkhole has been sitting on a soccer field for over a year, and now a new plan to fix it is finally taking shape.
And it's a beautiful end to the work week. We've had nice temperatures today into the weekend too, but we need some rain, and I've got rain chances on the way, multiple next week. I got your full forecast coming up.
And here's a look at what's streaming tonight on 5+. Our Friday night lineup features the latest episode from Michelle on the Money. That's up next. And download the 5+ app and search KSDK on your television. Well, tonight we have an update on progress to fix a massive sinkhole in Alton, Illinois. The sinkhole happened at Gordon Moore Park just over a year ago. It was caused by the collapse of an underground mine managed by New Frontier Materials. The city has now contracted an engineering firm to help determine the best way to permanently fix the sinkhole. But before that can happen, thousands of gallons of water must be drained out of it.
It will be wonderful to get to see some progress made, in the future, and I don't know if it's ambitious to say in the near future, but to see this sinkhole finally fixed and our park return back to normal.
We have reached out to New Frontier for comment, but we haven't heard back. The company has 7 to 10 days to notify the city of Alton of its intentions. If they fail to do so, the issue will go back to the Alton City Council for a vote. The holiday season, it's in full swing. Tonight, the Missouri Botanical Garden was lit up for this year's Garden Grow. Glow. The garden will be open most nights this holiday season. You have until January 3rd to visit, and it is a great event. And the holiday lights were also shining brightly at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Night one of this year's Wonder Lights Christmas in St. Louis wrapped up just minutes ago. Carloads of people drove through the holiday racetrack featuring tons of light displays. You can enjoy the show every night from 5 to 10 through January 4th. And today, the Polar Express officially arrived at Union Station. The seasonal train ride is based on the holiday movie with the same name. Riders get to relive iconic moments from the movie, including getting your golden ticket punched, drinking hot chocolate, and visiting the North Pole to meet Santa. The Polar Express runs through December 30th. Doesn't feel much like holiday weather, meteorologist Lance Blocker.
Yep, but we can still take it in though, right?
It's going to be nice this weekend for the most part, right?
Yeah, it's going to be great. I mean, compared to what was that, 2 weekends ago? It was like 40 degrees for the daytime highs. Yeah, not much fun there. Not much fun. We got a lot to get to for us here over the coming days. A nice night all across the region. Things are nice and quiet. Tomorrow, beautiful day to be outside and enjoy the nice weather here as well, with temperatures warming into the upper 70s. Average high this time of the year, 57 degrees. So leave the jackets in the closet for about 24 to 48 hours. You won't need them. Look at that. Morning temperature is 65 degrees. So even as you head out the door, it's still shorts weather. Again, mostly sunny, and perhaps something tomorrow night. Of course, we just showed you some of this there at the Garden Glow. Looking good. 2 million lights out there. Here's your forecast tomorrow night. The gates open there at 5 p.m., so a great time to bring the kids out there. And of course, they're on Sunday as well at 5. It'll be nice and won't be that nice, though, with temperatures in the mid to upper 60s during the Garden Glow there. Over the next 7 days, we've got a couple of changes to get to in the forecast. We go from 79 degrees for our daytime high tomorrow, breezy at times too, wind gusts up to 20, to 60 degrees on Sunday, closer to where we should be, still slightly above average. Then we get the chance of rain back in the forecast. Most of us are in a moderate to severe drought, so we'll take the rain chances. This is system number 1 here, arriving late on Monday during the afternoon hours. Maybe a few isolated showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder mixing in earlier in the day. Then the main event arrives overnight, Monday night and through Tuesday morning. Then we'll look out to the west for our next system. This one has a little bit more of a punch to it. Could even have some severe weather south of Missouri. Not expecting that for us, but they could see it down in Arkansas and through western Tennessee. It moves into our region just as rain for us here Thursday, and could linger around for us on Friday as well. Here's that 7-day forecast in detail here. Again, dry weather expected this weekend, and as we move into next week, we'll see temperatures in the upper 50s to lower 60s. I'm stalling now. Am I staying here? Do I go back to?
I don't know.
Desk. I'm getting told desk. All right, I'm walking over to the desk right now. Kelly, check it out. Looks good right there, right? We get some rain, though. We need it, so we'll take that.
We do need the rain. So, yes, like you said, we will take it.
Yep, and I'm back in position.
Yes, correct.
That's right.
All right. Thanks, Lance. Thank you so much for joining us. Now here's Corey Miller with 5 on your sideline.